Hello, everyone. Pastor Harris here. And today we have part two of I Am Encouraged. All right. And once again, on Thursday mornings, we bring these out brand new. And it's a quick 5 to 7 minute words of encouragement. That was the vision God placed in my heart to do this. Just a quick 5-7 minutes words of encouragement. So it made sense to me to actually title this series, I Am Encouraged. All right, and today is part two. We take a look at the book of Joshua in verse 6, and chapter 1 and verse 6, and it says, be strong and of good courage. Okay, be strong and of good courage. For unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swore unto their fathers to give them. The first sentence, be strong and of good courage. All right, so let's spend a little bit of time in the Hebrew breaking down what does it mean to be encouraged? What does it mean to have courage? Okay, and you can tell that this is God's going to do his part. We need to do our part. This Hebrew word, first of all, it is an action word, meaning it takes action. God can place this in us, but what are we going to do with it? Okay, I'm reminded of how David, after he and his people, some bad guys came in, and they took their wives captive. They stole a bunch of stuff in the middle of the night, and they took off. And the place was a Ziklag. And the Bible says that David encouraged himself. Everybody, the men were down, folks were hurt, crying, weeping, upset. David steps up and he encouraged himself. In other words, he had a one-on-one meeting with himself and said, hey, all right, we're going to do this, bow your neck. Let's get back up. Let's get it done. Let's go after these guys. Let's smite them. Let's whoop them. Let's get our stuff back. Okay. And an example of this is in sports. When one team is really behind, they're down by 20 points. They're down by 2 touchdowns. And then they rally. And people on that sideline, you hear the testimonies afterwards. Man, we said, we're going to do this. They encourage themselves individually. And as a team, they rally. And the comeback was on. Okay? And that's what this Hebrew word means. Okay? To encourage yourself. This is your part. And however way you do it, if you're just sitting on the couch and saying, okay, it's time to get up. Let's deal with this. Or you might be in the shower, letting the water run over you, going, okay, I'm bouncing back. It's going to be a good day. This is the day the Lord has made. So, okay, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. You encouraging yourself just like King David did. All right? And the first action word here for this definition is to be alert. All right, it's not a time to sleep. Get up. All right, be alert. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm alert. If you're going to encourage yourself, you got to be alert. You got to be aware of what's happening and making that decision of let's move forward and get this done. This is what God is saying to Joshua, and he's saying it to us. Be strong and of courage. Be alert, Joshua. All right, let's move, let's shake, let's bake, let's make this thing happen. All right, to be alert. With that comes what God is going to do, and it is strengthened. And this is God saying, I will strengthen you. If you will be encouraged, in other words, if you will encourage yourself, I will strengthen you. Okay? If you will encourage yourself, I will strengthen you. You take one step, God will take two. All right, this goes back to the spiritual principle of draw nigh unto God, and he will draw nigh unto you. Notice that the believer makes the first step, and then God takes it. Okay? So we draw nigh unto God. God says, I'll draw nigh unto you. All right? God says, if you will get up, encourage yourself, be alert, know what's happening, make that decision, the strength from me is going to flow into you and all around you. You will be strengthened by my might. All right, that's part 2, and we'll pick this up with part 3 next week.